MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Mets. The Mets look to end this three-game interleague series with a sweep. Next. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, this guy's been throwing the ball really well. He picked up his 10th win of the year in his last one, and he'd like nothing more than to make it 2 good ones in a row and pick up his win number 11 today.
Ready now, D. Gordon, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, the shortstop, D. Gordon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Now the 2-0 is in there for strike 1. Our temperature, hot but not overly hot, 87 degrees here at first pitch. Now the 2-1 pitch. Late square, and this is popped up. Throw not in time, so he's able to beat one out here to kick off the ball game.
I mean, that is the epitome of just a beautiful bunt right there. Putting it in no man's land. No play to be made. Beats it out. Puts himself on the base paths, and now he's a stolen base threat.
Next for Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
To Hernandez, and it's a double play.
That is third. The first baseman, Edgar Martinez.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up to bat next, one of the most prolific DHs to ever play, Edgar Martinez. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets ahead 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And Vlad won't get there. This is a foul ball. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. Mariners go down quietly there. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Felix Hernandez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And here's Christian Yelich now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. Boy, they are really in need of something to go their way as they come in losers of 9 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to find any way to dig themselves out of this current losing streak, then they're going to have to downshift a little bit. Do the little things right. Play fundamentally sound. Play good defense. Turn double plays. Don't give the other team extra outs. And then somebody hit a gapper in a big spot and let everybody relax a little bit.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Heading for second is Yelich. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as Hernandez is going to jump ahead of him here with strike one. Tatis, once a member of the San Diego Padres organization, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
1-1 the count. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he wants to get that curveball down or he's going to get hurt.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Catch made out there in left center as the runner may tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
That is third. The right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero.
So a definite RBI spot here. Runner at third, one away. And Vlad Guerrero digs in at the plate. First delivery to him on the way. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Yelich takes his lead at third with one away. Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Got him swinging in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Next up for New York, Mike Piazza, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. That evens it up 1-1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. This pitch is popped up. Seager is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Mets leave one. We are still scoreless. Striding forward now, the Mariners cleanup hitter, Jay Buhner. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
That is it. The second baseman, number 29.
Digging in now for the Mariners, Brett Boone. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled a ball 1-0. Today's contest is, of course, the last of the series, and the New York Mets have dominated so far. They've got an opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
2-1 after the foul ball there. No score here as we play inning number 2. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, you can see here, this has been a steady diet of off-speed pitches, and what has it gotten him? Not a whole lot as he's fallen behind in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Seager behind with an 0-2 count. 2 out, nobody on. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2.
Nope. I got to count 2-2.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Next for the Mets, Robinson Cano. 9 at-bats in the series and 4 base hits.
Robinson Cano.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Fielded cleanly, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Heath Alonso.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. First pitch of the at-bat. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
And he fouls this one off. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
And that brings up the former MVP Keith Hernandez, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball one. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. Now the pitch. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now. Hernandez, commonly known as King Felix, of course. He just recently signed a new 10-year contract, so this ball club expects him to be the cornerstone of their team for quite a long time to come. 2 balls and a strike.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that, because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Hernandez comes set. Here's his offering. Anthony Rendon is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Now the 0-1. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. From the belt, the pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Bonnie bailed him out with a swing. 3-2 now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Hit on the ground out to short. Gordon is up with it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. Will move to the 3rd with no score. In now the Mariners DH, Carlos Gonzalez. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Soft liner to the left side. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. So 1 away in the inning now, and before we get too much further, let's take a look at where the Mets find themselves in the race for the National League East. One gone now in the Mariners' 3rd inning. And up next, the corner outfielder Mitch Haniger. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive base hit into the left center field gap.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan, but he's staying pot committed and grinded out a nice knock.
And that'll bring in Tom Murphy as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He'll step in here at 275. 4 home runs and 28 RBIs. That's by him for strike 1. A ball and 2 strikes to the Mariners catcher.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Hit down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Gordon.
And here's the speedster D. Gordon as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Ball 1.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
Swing and a looper to left. Here comes a left fielder. He can't get there as it falls in.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
So 2 on with 2 away, and here comes Junior. He's set and the pitch.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. Fouled away. The 2-2. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Two and 2. Here it is. And this one's in the dirt. The runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now, 3-2. He's set the payoff pitch. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
And that'll bring in DH extraordinaire Edgar Martinez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. He was a little angry on that heater.
The 0-1 offering.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 out, bases loaded. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. The Mariners threaten, but leave them loaded. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Striding into the box, Monty Irvin. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far.
Monte Irvin.
First pitch of the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And he clearly couldn't make up his mind on that one coming in. A swing and a miss.
Late swing on that curveball right there to run the count 0-2. Don't think he recognized that one too well.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Irvin is retired, and there's one away.
Now batting.
So one away here with the bases empty. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. First pitch on its way. And a ball 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. Throw to first to be in time, and Hernandez looking good here with 2 away.
Now batting.
I'm no hitting coach, but I know they always preach, if you're going to swing, swing! Second guessed himself on that one.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Hernandez looks in. Here's the first pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. A ball and a strike. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
The 2-1 on its way. 3-1.
Well, we all know he can burn on a base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Stepping in, Vladimir Guerrero. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Two out with the man at first. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Seager has to hurry. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets leave one. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Standing in, Jay Buhner as we begin the top of the fourth.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And boy, which of those two numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness. Standing in, Brett Boone. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he lays off for ball one. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. And the pitch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Standing in now, Kyle Seager. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Mike Piazza. He'll be the first to greet Felix Hernandez to start the inning. Now here's the pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 0-1 on its way.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Lifted down the line in left. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. 1-2. Here it comes. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Now batting, Robinson Cano. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Gordon is there. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, the designated hitter, Alonso.
Striding forward now is the DH. Pete Alonso comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there 1-0. Now a swing as he rifles this one into center for a base hit.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point, you see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
At the plate now, Keith Hernandez. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Comes set with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hernandez readies the 1-1.
That's ball 2. Count 2-1.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Drilled on the ground is short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Mets strand 1 through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off for Seattle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here comes the first pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
Now the pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Boy, he center cut that fastball. It comes in the high 90s, but that's a dangerous location no matter how hard you're throwing.
Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone. 2-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Yelich going back, and they take the lead. It's gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 10 for him on the year, and the Mariners move out in front 2-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
At the plate, Tom Murphy, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
Here's the 2-1 home.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1 pitch. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And he rings up another one, make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at-bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Here's D. Gordon now. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Into the box now, Ken Griffey Jr. as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. And it's a ball and a strike to Ken Griffey Jr. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. Now the pitch. And Junior lays off that one, and the count's back even at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Mariners get a couple in the inning on the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's now 2-0 Seattle. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. Bounce towards the mound. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Montez.
At the plate, Monty Irvin looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
2-0 now.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Now the 2-1 is taken. Ball 3.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Hard hit ball to second. He's right there. Throw in time at first for route number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Griffey JR.
Settling in now, Christian Yelich. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hernandez into the windup. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And it's fouled away. And Hernandez won't get him to chase this one. It's a full count now, 3-2.
And obviously, this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard, too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First pitch coming, here it is. And no swing apparently, ball 1. Now the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge.
Runner's back. Now the 2-0. Yelich is running. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Now the 2-1 pitch is strike 2 swinging.
2-2.
2 out here and a runner at second. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And set to stand in the legendary free swinger Vladimir Guerrero. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hernandez readies. Another 0-2. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Yelich ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. The tag, and he's safe. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, D-Row. Pitcher had the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
In now, Mike Piazza. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One and 0. Here it is. Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
The set and the 2-1. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. Tatis is on his way home. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Second baseman.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
Into the box, Robinson Cano, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. No hits to this point. The set and the 1-0. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will hold, but meanwhile the count moves to 2-0. Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. The set and the 2-0.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Three and 1.
Yep, 3-1.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2.
A strike away now from getting out of this mess. Sometimes pitching is all about minimizing, right? So keeping it to 2 runs across in the inning would be huge.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Uner has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. 5 innings complete, and we are tied 2-2. Now to the plate, Edgar Martinez. He'll get things going here in the Mariners' 6th.
First baseman, Edgar Martinez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Grounded to first. Hernandez gathers it in, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 19, Jay Buhner.
Now at the plate, Jay Buhner, 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, no balls and a strike.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning so he won't be nibbling.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. In there, 1-2 now.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Standing in now, Brett Boone. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Slider gets the outside, that's a strike.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like he's starting to tire. He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
That's back-to-back sliders on the outside part of the plate. Now would be a good time to come in with that good hard stuff inside.
And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. Home half of the 6th inning coming up, deadlocked at 2 apiece. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Pete Alonso. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. Now here it comes. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. The 1-0 is a slider taken for a ball. Two balls and a strike.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
The 2-1. And through just 5 innings, he's coming up on 100 pitches now.
Yeah, Matty, I think one of the things you want to do is try to drive that pitch count up. And D-Row, if you're the offense right now, you're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, usually the starting pitcher doesn't get to see the lineup 3 times through. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a move made to the bullpen here.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Henniger is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
The first baseman, number 17, Pete Hernandez.
1 away now for the Mets in the 6th, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Keith Hernandez. First pitch of the at-bat. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Look out, 2-0 now. Hit down the third baseline. There is Seager. Long throw. Got him. That is a terrific play.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
At the plate, Anthony Rendon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. One-0 pitch is his slider. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Lofted in the air out to right field. Buhner will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Alex Claudio is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 58, Alex Claudio.
Stepping up now, Kyle Seager. In previous meetings with Alex Claudio, he's just 1 for 13. First pitch on its way. On a line, that's a base hit. Legs churning, he's headed for second.
Yeah, and the go-ahead run stands at second base here to start their half of the 7th. And I tell you, when they've got an opportunity like this, you've got to take advantage of it, especially this late in the ball game. We'll see if they can get it done.
At the plate now, Carlos Gonzalez. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Claudio has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Gonzalez, commonly known as Cargo. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Here's the 2-1. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Mitch Haniger the next to bat. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Now a pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Sliced hard on the ground. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only 1 away.
Hey, don't sleep on first base. I know they call third base the hot corner, but there's some bullets hit down that way too. Good effort on the dive right there, but batter singles.
Now at the plate, Tom Murphy, and their runners at the corners now. First delivery to him on the way.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? There's one. Over to Hernandez for the inning-ending double play. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Sam Tuivalala gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Number 26, Sam Tuivalala.
In now, Monty Irvin. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
The left fielder, Monte Irvin.
First offering on its way. And that swung on and missed for strike one.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Pitch on the way. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning, game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
In is Christian Yelich as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is without question nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do so. They have so many options at their disposal right now.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
Launched to right field and deep. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, that's a huge base hit right there, Dewar. We're getting late into this one, and that gives them the lead by 2.
Yeah, that could be a backbreaker right there. We'll see how this one ends up, but nice job to get that knock right there to drive in a pair.
Taylor Gilbo comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Number 45, Taylor Gilbo.
Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1. A swing by Vlad, and this one's driven to left. And this one is gone, a home run. A 2-run homer for Vladimir Guerrero. Number 21 for him on the season as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Now batting, catcher.
So now to the plate, Mike Piazza, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Four runs here in this half inning. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. A ball for Gordon at short. Reined in. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. So they do pick up the out here, but with 6 runs home against them already, it's not going to help out the team ERA by any stretch of the imagination. And as you can see there, they find themselves hovering just a few spaces above the bottom in the entire American League. Ready once again, Robinson Cano, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you can spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they score 4 times on 4 hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Mets out in front, 6-2. Paul Sewald has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 51, Paul Ball.
So back to the top of the Seattle lineup, digging in, D. Gordon. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
D. Gordon.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's cut on and missed 0-1. The Metropolitans are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale. So if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball. You're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
1-1 the count now. Now the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The center fielder.
A look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
Pitch popped up. Rendon moving to his left. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Digging in, Edgar Martinez. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball, that's good.
Two out, nobody on. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Two balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman.
I got 2-1 the count.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Jay Buhner would be next. Now the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, I know he's aware he can't tie the game with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's just trying to excite the boys and get one on the board.
That's off the end of the bat foul, and he might have been fortunate to stay alive that time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And another foul ball.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
The right fielder, number 19. Jay.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jay Buhner. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
first pitch on its way.
Ball.
Now the 1-0 is taken, strike one.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Fouled off. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Yelich going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Mariners leave 1. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Matt McGill is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 61, Matt McGill.
Digging in now, Keith Hernandez. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Hernandez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that gets the black on the outside. A good slider that time. McGill has tossed over 30 innings so far this season with a dominant sub-3 ERA. Good by anybody's standards. Swing and a liner, but foul. McGill features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Right fielder is on the run, but this will land untouched. Bounce to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The first baseman, Anthony Rendon.
So digging in now, Anthony Rendon. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Nope.
And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. One out, nobody on. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball well outside. The 2-1 is in there for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is skied into short left center. Junior's coming in. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The left fielder, number 20, Montez Irvin.
Into the box now, Monty Irvin. First offering on its way.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
The windup and the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Line drive, base hit to right.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Griffey JR.
To the plate now, Christian Yelich. In the dirt here, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Now the 1-1 pitch, and he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is a fastball taken high for a ball. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. Mets leave 1. They lead it 6-2. Al Leiter comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 22, Al Leiter.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Into the box now, Brett Boone. He went down on strikes last time up.
Number 29.
Pitch on the way.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Oh, he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
So striding in, Kyle Seager. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
The 1-0.
Nope, outside. The count.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the walk.
A runner at first with no outs here. That one's in there, 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Chopped back to the mound. Can they turn it? To second for one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
Coming to the plate now, Carlos Gonzalez. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Leiter, a native of New Jersey, the Garden State as it's known. He's in the midst of his 20th Major League campaign. Pretty remarkable. Almost 2 full decades playing at the highest level. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
6-2 the final total today. The New York Mets jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Alex Claudio wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Mariners, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.